It's slavery, so no need for it now. Stupid excuse people use to justify it. Well, the reason is that what the fuck? Well, some people think that because they feel like they say it because it makes them it sounds smart without thinking about it. But working a shitty job is nothing like slavery. It's like I don't like using the word because I feel like it's super cringe, and almost every single time people use it, it just makes me hate the world. But like it is definitely like really privileged to say that working a shitty job is the same as slavery. Not slavery, but Amazon's being criticized for bad working conditions. I wouldn't call it slavery. Yeah. No, you're right. New age slavery. Like I've said before, I think like student loans are indentured servitude, like for sure. And you know, there are other cases kind of like that, for sure. But I think that outside of maybe prison, I can't really think of any cases nowadays that are even remotely comparable to slavery in America. U.S. slavery, U.S. prison system legit uses it? Yeah. Like, I don't really know even how it worked in prison. I have no idea. Playing MMOs is slavery. Yeah, true. Some truth that low-wage jobs eventually where slavery meets human rights, not the employer that's at fault, just the system. It's both. I mean, the employer's at fault, and it's also the system. There's no real. I mean, they're both at fault. That's all really there is to it. Student loans are not the issue, to be honest. Probably more related to the cost of college. I'm not an economics professor. I think the idea that you are advertising a $30,000+ loan to, like, you're planting the idea. This is the way student loans work, right? Is like you plant the idea inside a kid at about age 11, and for many of them younger than that, that unless you go to college, you're going to be a loser. And how many of you guys growing up were effectively, maybe not told that directly by a teacher, but this is the way that people felt generally, right? It's like, oh, well, he didn't make it into college, well, he's not going to make it, you know? Yeah, and so like this is a very, very common thing that people think, and so you're taught this and drilled this into your head at age 11, you know, age 10, 11, 14, 15 for sure, and onwards. So you finally, you're 17, because you're usually going to apply for college and plan to go to college at age 17. So you really make the decision on getting the loans at 17 years old, realistically, because that's the year that you kind of finalize what your direction is going to be. Am I going to go to college or not? And if you're going to go to college, you've probably already decided, and you either know, or your parents going to help you pay for it, or, you know, are you guys rich or something, or whatever. And so, like, really, what is this? This is entrapment of minors into a lifetime of indentured servitude that exclusively, as far as I know, student loans are like one of the only things that you can't get out of the debt for. Like, it doesn't matter if you declare bankruptcy or anything like that, you still can't get out of the debt. Even in death? Well, I mean, if you're dead, you're not going to be paying it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Government has the right to waste money on military interests when there's social issues that should be prioritized. I agree. I don't want to see the government literally blowing up my money either. Biden campaigned on canceling student loan debt, and then not doing it is going to cost him. I mean, I don't know. Like, if you really thought he was going to cancel student loan debt, I don't really know what to tell you. The guy's, like, the biggest thing that people voted for Biden on is he's not Trump. I think more people voted against Trump than for Biden. I mean, the guy's been in politics for like 50 years. Does he have Alzheimer's? I don't know. I think he's just probably a... I think he probably has, you know, what you'd call like a senior moment. Where like they forget where they are or something like that for sure. But does he have like dementia or Alzheimer's? I mean, I'm not a doctor and neither are we. So I feel like it's... Like, I don't really care as much. I care about like what's happening. Come after like he did in debating Hillary, probably would have won again, but just acted like an ass for no reason. No, it had nothing to do with the debates. If COVID didn't happen, Trump would have won. It didn't matter what Trump would have said. In the debates, because of COVID, people voted against him. That's my opinion. That's just exclusively because of COVID. Like, COVID didn't happen, Trump would still be the president. Wrong, he abandoned his white male base. I don't think so. He abandoned white men, actually. No, he didn't. Wrong, he did. Okay, that's a good argument. Yes, he did. Okay. I'm not gonna just... telling me wrong, he did, just like asserting something with like no argument. Like, and don't tell me that I have to make an argument. Look at voter turnout, he lost points. He didn't lose those points because they were white. He lost those points because he fucked up. Can you say because they were white? Well, I think it's the implication of what you said, right? Because if you're saying that he lost the people, he lost his base, which is white male voters, it would be the implication behind what you're saying is that he lost them because they're white. I mean, that's just clearly the implication of what you're saying. I'm not going to, like, I mean, there's no other way to look at it. He lost them because he abandoned them. Okay, I'm just gonna ban you, you're weird. Yeah, it's just weird. Okay. Nice. 6:44 a.m. Andes. Yeah. That's about right, isn't it? Generally, if somebody like just comes in like super aggro like that and is just like so adamant about something without even providing any sort of argument at all, except for you're wrong and this is just what happened, like, why would I waste my time reading their messages? Alright, here we go. Are you playing racist? Trump's racist when debunked? It just doesn't matter. Like, who gives a fuck, man? Like, he's not in office anymore. He's never going to be in office again. Like, who cares, man? Fuck. 2024? He's not gonna run in 2024. Well, I think he will run, but it's gonna be like, ah, shit. I think that's what everybody is going to say. Ah, shit. If he runs, he'll win by a landslide. I think there's a chance that Trump could win if he runs again, yeah. Is it over 50%? It's hard to say. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a good chance that could happen. Because I think people, you know, they voted for Biden. I think a lot of people, and like this is just, to me, I think of like, I'm not talking about like what's true or what's not true. I'm just talking about like what is going through the average voter in my mind. You know, so like this is not, like I'll tell you guys, I've never been wrong about a presidential election, okay? I've never been wrong. I've always predicted who I thought was going to win. Yep, every single time. From 2004 with John Kerry. I saw that guy, I'm like, there's no way that guy is going to win. There's no fucking way. With like all this September 11th shit that just happened. No shot. Farming caps? No, I'm serious. I've been right about it every single time. So, anyway, what was I saying before? You're at the World Cup octopus? Yeah, clearly that's what I am. High under. Are you the girl with the VTuber avatar who whenever she turns back and forth her boobs bounce? Yeah, I'm bouncy booby model. Are you who I think you are? No, not the WoW one. Really? Okay. Wow, that's a surprise. I thought you were. Okay. Damn. Okay. Of course, you remember that detail? Yeah, I remember. And the VTuber avatar has different colored eyes, I'm pretty sure too. I have extremely good memory, so yeah. What color was the eyes? I think blue and red. Blue and pink, yeah. Yeah, pink's pretty close to red. Extremely good memory with VTuber models, yeah. So anyway, what was I saying before, right? Oh, so like this is what I think that the average, I'm talking about the guy, where is it? Where's the fucking picture? Fuck. Yeah, here we go. And I want to show you the person I'm talking about. Whenever you guys are like, oh, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. Here we go. The low information Chad voter. Content with life, doesn't care about world's problems, loves his country, votes out of a sense of duty and patriotism. Ballot gets counted 5 times over. Doesn't even know what a political spectrum is. Gets chauffeured to the front of the voting line by his church group. Always makes it back at home in time for the big game. Politics doesn't even cross his mind outside of the voting booth. Gets his nudes from legacy media funded by the world's top corporations. Votes for whoever he think will win. Hasn't guessed wrong since 1968. So whenever we're talking about this individual right here, okay? This is, and there are so many of these out there that are voting. There are so many of them. And these people are going to think, well, you know, I voted for Biden and there's still COVID. So he didn't do nothing. And they're not going to vote for him again. That's literally it. That's there's not going to be any, there's going to be no fine print. There's going to be no further thinking about this. The low information Chad voters are going to go off of that one thing. So if COVID is not pretty much gone by the time the next election comes through, I think the chances of Biden getting reelected are pretty much zero. You know, like 80% of incumbents win re-election, right? We're in unprecedented times. And Biden was not even like, as I said before, Biden was not popular. It's the same as like a lot of people voted for Trump because they hated Hillary Clinton. They didn't even really like Trump, they just hated Hillary Clinton. Not like public votes matters anyway. Electoral college is the actual decision making. Public vote absolutely matters because it directs generally where the electoral college goes. Like it's not that simple. Do you have anything to back that up with statistics? Anything? If you're talking about like what I think people are gonna do, absolutely not. This is just the way that I feel. And again, like, the only statistic that I have is the fact that I haven't ever been wrong about a presidential election. That's it. Like, this is purely my opinion. This is what I think is going to happen. That's it. I mean, since 1968. No, since 2004. Okay, I'm not that old. I'm not a fucking boomer. Most people don't really understand the president's role. People think president controls everything. That's not how our system works. Well, it indicates a direction of what the country, what the country wants. I would say. Yeah, Freudian slip, exactly. Company was fine, same thing. Yeah, I know. Biden didn't have the same following Obama did, though. Obama was, like, there were things that Obama did that I didn't like, but, I think everybody misses Obama nowadays. It's like, oh my god, like, there's like a news about Donald Trump tweeting in all caps lock again, Biden shitting his pants, oh, he fell asleep with some other leader again, oh, Trump's talking about having sex with his daughter, oh no, it's his granddaughter this time. Holy fuck, can we just please get fucking Obama back? Oh my god. Yeah, we don't care about the drone strikes, just please, like, oh, we're just bring this guy back. I'm sick of being constantly stressed out that this guy's gonna have one bad day and cause World War III, you know? Really, I mean, he had... That's the fucking truth. It's weird to not have constant news about the US president anymore. Well, I'm sure that'll change soon. That's on level 70. Thank you, man. I don't agree with everything Obama did. Well, I think that we can all agree that Obama was a better representative of the country than Trump or Biden, in my opinion. Like, he presented himself better, he acted better, I think he was just way cooler. Like, I don't know. I think that matters. Not really. Yeah, I don't know. It's not imperialism if you have swag. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, the Obama presidency. There you go. Then Trump? Nah, he's still ruling over Biden right now behind the scenes, but hey. You think Trump is, you think Trump's running things behind the scenes? Let me ask you something. Why wouldn't he just run them above the scenes? Like, why? Yeah, it's gonna be 2 more weeks, and like, I remember my mom would have me watch these videos, man, and it was like, what were some of the different ones that she watched? The X-22 report, that was one of them. And then there was another one, it was, and now we know, or something like that. I don't remember. And she'd have me watch these fucking videos, and I'd tell her, I'm like, how many 2 weeks is gonna go by until we finally admit that there isn't a master plan, and he's just sitting in his mansion tweeting, or not tweeting, putting out press releases? Like, how many of these are we gonna go through? Definitely not tweeting anymore. Yeah, exactly. The Papa John Joker video on YouTube? Yeah, I have seen that. It's fucking funny. Americans telling Trump he's dumb. It's not about how, like, I don't care, like, if people think Trump is dumb, or Biden is dumb, or Bush was dumb, or Obama's dumb or not. Like, I don't really care about if they're actually stupid or not. It doesn't matter to me. What does matter is how they act. And like, Trump just acted like way more of an asshole than he needed to in a lot of ways. He just made things way harder than they had to be. He did one of my great criticisms of him. Yeah, I mean, I think that his policies worked. I'm sure some of them did. I mean, a lot of the executive orders just got immediately deleted. I mean, I'm sure that there were some good things that Trump might have done. Like, I used to get in this argument with, like, my mom. She really didn't like Obama. And I was like, I'm sure there are some good things that Obama did. She's like, no, nothing he ever did was good ever. It's like, come on. It's like, I'm sure that there were some positives, but there's not enough. The thing though, he had the whole mainstream media attack him on every day. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I agree with like what a lot of Trump said with like the media. I hate the media too. I think the media is the enemy of the people. They deliberately misinterpret things and misrepresent things to create as much animosity as possible because that makes them as much money as possible. I also hate the media. Farming hate clicks, yeah, of course. It's pro-corporation, not pro-people. Well, I mean, these are like international corporations that are owned by people that aren't even Americans, and then Americans are surprised whenever these corporations don't have the best interest of Americans in mind. Well, yeah, of course. Examples, or you're just speaking shit? You mean like examples of the media misrepresenting things? Is that what you're saying? I mean, like, didn't Chris Cuomo just like get fired from CNN because it was proven that he was deliberately giving positive press to his brother? I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, that's one right there. Press spreading lies about Johnny Depp's another example. I mean, I'm sure there's a million examples that people can use. Most people get into journalism because they want to push a point of view that they believe in. I do not think that they are, and maybe nowadays this wasn't always how it was, but I know that's how it is now, is that people get into like a media position and then they use that media position to leverage a point of view onto an audience. Which is like, that's fine if you want to do that. But the problem is like, people perceive news as an unbiased source, right? It's like you check the news to find out what's going on, not to find out a perspective of what's going on. And I think that's what the issue is that people are actually misinformed about things because they're being told something that's intentionally incomplete. I think that's basically society nowadays, though. I think it's trended in that direction, absolutely, yeah. For sure. Topic's more complex than media is misrepresenting things. You can take outliers, like the brother case you mentioned. Maybe just like tabloid media, which is understandable because they're usually subsidiaries. But journalists on their own usually don't have the freedom to express any opinion they like. Well, of course not. And that's not how things are done, Navarth. It's not done. You don't just go on and express any opinion you like. You express an opinion that leads an audience to believe what you believe. So it's not like you're going on and saying that, you know, the sky is red. You're just saying that it's a little bit different than blue, right? It's a slight misrepresentation. Or you're slightly changing, or you could say the sky is white because there are clouds in the sky sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So like, it's not like they're going on there and lying. It's that they're going on there and misrepresenting things. Sometimes they're straight lying. Yeah, I mean, sure. Sometimes, you know, there are just like straight up lies. But most of the time, it's manipulating the facts that are there in a way that makes people believe that, that your point of view is accurate. Don't people do that in their everyday life? Yeah, but their job isn't to... it's like, I'm sure people don't wash their hands and don't wear hairnet every single time they cook in their kitchen. But if you go to a restaurant, you'd expect people to have a higher degree of personal hygiene. That's what I'm saying. What's this? Wanderer's Campfire. Wow. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Do you think Classic Season of Mastery is a success? No. I don't think it is. I think Season of Mastery is there's already servers that are pretty much dead. At least like one faction is dead, and sometimes both factions are dead. I would say it's absolutely not a success. Now, is it like a massive failure? No, it's not, but it's just, it's not good. Season of Wokery? I mean, there's no real woke stuff in Season of Mastery, man. It's just, I don't even really know what to say about it. It just sucks. It's boring. What happened to the community council? They didn't accept me into it. I'll check my email again. I might as well just look right now. People who want a Classic aren't that interested in Classic, but slightly different. I mean, I think that's partly an issue, but I feel like just in general, the audience for Classic WoW, it's like it just didn't really appeal to that many people. Like, I don't really even know what to say. Yeah, so far I have not received any email telling me that I'm now accepted into the partner application or partner program. Or not partner, the community council program, excuse me. Only sheeps get accepted. I think that's probably true to an extent, that the people that the WoW devs are accepting into it are they're just going to agree with them, and that's it. Sheeps, yeah, basically sheeps. What were the odds of you getting in? I don't know. I'd say it was probably 50-50. And maybe they might invite me in later on. I don't know. Having you on a council would be great. Free marketing and an opportunity to rebuild themselves. Well, it's not really a big opportunity or anything like that for them. It's just that I've played the game for a long time. I know a lot about the game, and, you know, I feel like I mean, I definitely have like more proven success of giving feedback for the game than many other people, because many of the things that I've asked for in the game have been put into the game. Right? It's been very common that changes that I've asked for have been implemented into WoW at some point in the future. Would you agree if they do it later? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I? It doesn't really bother me or upset me or anything like that that they didn't invite me. I just think that they're dumb. That's all. Probably got more bots banned than Blizzard has done themselves. You wouldn't be surprised. I would agree with all you said. It'd be dumb not to invite you. I've been on the game for years and years. I I mean, a huge platform or whatever. To me, it's like, I think that a lot of people expect that if I got invited onto the community council, I would be like, oh man, we have to delete LFR, we have to do all these other things. Like, I don't really care about that stuff. It's not really the main thing. I just want to make the mounts and like the transmog farming better. Like, obviously I think LFR kind of sucks because of the, I think the reason why LFR sucks is because of the gear it gives you. It just like invalidates everything else in the game. It's not even really the fact that you can do it, it's the fact that it gives you really good gear. Did you have to say what your gender is in the community council request? No, you didn't. We say cracker in chat talking about food? Of course you can. You can say cracker even referring to the racial, the you know, referring to people like it sounds ridiculous to say it's a slur, right? Because I do think it's like, is this really a slur? I mean, you know, it's whatever, right? But like, of course you can say it. It's just you can't call somebody who's white a cracker in a demeaning way. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, this is like 6th grade social awareness that apparently nobody on the internet can seem to understand. Well, song got banned. I like Hassan a lot. I think he's wrong about this issue for sure, but I think that it's funny that he's going to start streaming on YouTube. That's what he said. He's going to stream on YouTube during his ban. I think that's so good. I'm glad that Hassan is going to do that, and I hope his streams do well. I think that they will because of all the drama. Yeah. Oh, he's just gonna be on other people's streams. That I just read his tweet. So he's not actually going to stream himself on YouTube. No, not part. It's just for a week. I mean, like, I don't think it should have been perma. That's like way too much. I think his brand's very incompatible with YouTube. No, I don't think that Hassan, like, there are a few things, like, I didn't really... It's like I do and I don't agree with like some of the things he said about like the riots last year, for sure. Because like there's a big part of me that's just like, honestly, I remember whenever all the riots and everything happened and my mom told me, she was like, I'm so glad that this didn't happen 10 years ago. I said, why? She's like, because you'd be out there looting. And the truth is that yeah, I mean, like, and unironically, like, we would have like, it would have been the best year of my life. Like, I would have like free shoes. I would get TVs. You'd be out there surprised. Yeah, I'd be ninja looting. Yeah, exactly. Opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, exactly. What about the daft comments? Oh, I mean, they're disgusting. It's disgusting and off-putting, and nobody should say what she said. It's one thing to say something like that years ago, and it's another thing to say it like this year. Her not getting banned is insane. I feel I don't think that she needs to get banned for that. It happened a long time ago. What'd you say? Just different negative terms towards white people and just degrading things towards white people. She said it 2 days ago. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, I think that it's very obvious whenever you hear people talk about and like make jokes or like say negative things about like another race, whether they're joking or like this is like genuine malice. It felt like whenever I was reading what she was saying, it seemed pretty clear to me that it was genuine malice. Like, I don't think it was really joking around or anything like that. It seemed uh, it seemed really serious. Fuck that, bro. Why accept that? Yeah, there's no reason to accept that kind of behavior. Calling people snow roaches is kind of weird. Yeah, it's just, it's really weird and cringe. Thinking about snow roaches was out of context though. She was talking about a Twitter post. I don't know. I mean, I feel like she's like, I mean, she supported like the stuff that like Hassan was saying. Seemed kind of obvious that she's on the side that it's like okay and well and good to say that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe not. Like, I don't really know her. I've never really talked to her. Like, we follow each other on Twitter, but that's about it. But yeah, I mean, what I read certainly was really off-putting, for sure. I don't know how anybody could read that and not think it's at least off-putting. Oh, he's got that axe, man. I need to get that axe. Even if it's because she's famous as someone that comes from a lower class white family, the racism towards Hispanics and blacks is far more prevalent. Yeah, it definitely is. Like, I have a lot of friends that are black and Hispanic and shit, and so I've seen it happen online a lot. That's definitely true. So many bun boys? Yeah, there certainly are. I'm Hispanic, I rarely get hate. Well, one of the reasons why you probably don't get a lot of hate online is because you might not even show your... Let me click on your profile picture. Like, you don't have you don't have like a profile picture. Nobody knows what race you are, so like for example, like Lyric said that one of the reasons why he didn't use a face cam, and this is like just one of the reasons, was because he wasn't white back in the day, and so he would get less negative comments. So it's like, of course people are going to not be as negative to you about your race if they don't know what it is. It kind of just makes sense. It's online, man. I've had a lady in a movie theater say, we don't serve your kind here. You're black, and you had that happen. Oh, that's... I hope that you got that taken care of, man. That's just... Oh, wow. That's... Yeah, I mean, that's just... Yeah. I don't believe that at all. Isn't that illegal? Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I mean, I could see it happening. I mean, maybe it didn't happen. Maybe he's making up the story, but I mean, regardless, if something like that did happen, I think it's bad. It's not really a whole lot to say about it, is there? Twitch banned some everyday words, so I think that it's not so strange to ban that word also. Which everyday word is Twitch banned? Bananas? Why are people saying bananas? Blind? Yeah, I'm... Because they're fruit? Sounds like Blizzard. Yeah, it sounds like bullshit to me, man. Essence said, "Oh, well, I have simp banned in my stream because I think that, like, for a while, this was in, what do you call it? What year was it? Like, I guess last year, where telling somebody that they were a simp, like like calling someone a simp, was like a genuine criticism of character." Rather than like just it's a meme now, like nobody takes it seriously anymore now. But like back then, like calling somebody a simp actually was bad, and like you didn't want to be a simp. Oh man, don't be a simp, don't be a simp. And so I just banned the word because I thought that people that used it were losers and stupid. It's like calling someone an incel. Yeah, exactly. And like also a lot of times that people, they're spamming it. Yeah, it's just getting spammed. Simp, just another word for pussy whipped. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's like the normal like usage of it, but I think a lot of people used it for things beyond that. I think it's being called an incel on Twitch. Is it the one probably one that's calling you an incel is probably also an incel? You're probably right about that, actually. The use of simp gives the is it okay to breathe now, boys? I don't really know what that means, but I just felt like it was just like the people that used it were just like really cringy 14-year-olds. That's about it. Yeah, they're 15 now. They've grown up, and it's okay. It was meant in jest, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, you're right. I think a lot of people were just goofing around and it was funny, but there were enough people that took it seriously and made it something negative and unpleasant that it was something that I didn't really want to have be part of my stream, because I felt like there were just too many people that used it unironically. Joke about your age in the chat, your account gets auto-suspended by Twitch. I don't know, it's probably some kind of like legal thing. You have a lot of us on Drama Frogs in your chat, so yeah. Well, no, there's a lot of my viewers watch this on, so it would make sense that like if he gets banned, they'd want to come in and hear what I have to say about it. And also because he's usually not online at this time, and I am. Yeah, I'll make sure I don't get knocked off, yeah. I think 7 days is a bit much. If it was 3 days, 1 day, 7 days, it's all the same to me. If Hassan's banned for using the C word, does that mean Twitch is going to ban T-Pain for the N word? No. If you don't understand context in the champ. I still hold IDub stance on it. Either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. That's just... It's not that any of it is okay, it's that what the degree of not okay is. You get offended by Cracker and tough out stuff like. Well, you can see though, Chatty, like you can see how, like a person wouldn't want to see their race or like a group of people that they're a part of be degraded categorically, right? I mean, it's impossible to draw the line. No, it's not. I think most normal people that are reasonably well adjusted know what the line is, and it's not that complicated. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, so it's not about being soft or a snowflake or whatever. The history behind Cracker. Yeah, I looked it up, and the first time that it was used as a pejorative negative against white people was in a Malcolm X speech, and before that it was used in other ways. So the idea that like the word cracker is used exclusively to refer to people who are former slave owners is just it's just not true. Yeah, it's just not true. In bro culture, common to be chastised for having certain opinions that are beta. Show too much sense of empathy towards certain topics or people. Pressuring people to behave a certain way. Simping or not showing any feminine aspects. It's not pure gay. I don't know, man. Kind of weirds me that they'd ban him for saying cracker, but not whenever he said Castano. I don't know the history behind that. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch chat freely derogative towards Russians or Chinese. I think most people that are derogative towards Chinese are really derogative towards the CCP. I would assume most people don't really give a shit or have a, you know, they have like an opinion about actual Chinese people. Like, you've probably never met somebody from China, but like they hate the CCP or they hate the leadership in China or what they're doing over there. Most people don't really give a shit about the Chinese population because they don't know anybody that lives there. CCP and their supporters, yeah. Most people who hate Chinese know nothing about the CCP. I would say that 98% of all of the criticism I see directed at China is directed at the government and not the people. The thing is that one thing translates into the other. No, it doesn't. I mean, it can be. But like what's the logic in that? You can't criticize the Chinese government because if you do that, then some people could be racist to Chinese people. That sounds like exactly what the Chinese government would want you to think. Some people need to shut their mouth about blanket statements regarding things they know nothing about. Well, how much do you think that somebody would need to know about the Chinese government to say that it's bad? Yeah, I'm curious. Tell me where your information comes from. It's unlikely to be unbiased at all. So are you saying that so you're saying the CCP, there's a Cold War going on, right? There's always going to be a spin? So you think that the CCP is actually good? And the media here in America is just making it look bad? Like, what are you trying to get at? Not at all. Well, then what's your point? CCP is bad, but very rarely is the criticism nuanced enough. There's plenty of fallout effects that Asian people affect in that discussion. That's true, that probably some criticism of the Chinese government does get some people to be negative towards Asian people as a collective. But I don't think that's a reason not to criticize the Chinese government. It's too important of an issue. There's too many people's lives are at stake, and it's also true. People are usually stupid to make that connection. Of course they're stupid. Criticize all forms of government because they're all pretty shit ass. I feel like there's good types of government and bad. But I would say this, going back to the original point that I was making, is that I do think that like the categorizing people as I don't think he's saying to criticize the Chinese government, but do it in a way that doesn't hurt other Asians. Well, like, I'm curious, like, what do you mean by that? Because if you, how can you, like, what does that mean? It's like, why would I want to criticize an Asian person that doesn't even, probably, your family might not have lived in, it probably could be fucking Korea. You don't have anything to do with China. It's an empty statement to sound intelligent, concise. Well, I'm just saying, like, if there's a way that you can do that, obviously I would want to do that. CCP equals Asia, what the fuck? Yeah. No, the problem is that, like, that is true. There has been an uptick in a lot of violence. This is what I was about to say. A lot of violence happening to Asians as a result of COVID. And the hyper-focus of negativity in regards to China. No, you're right. There are people that are just like categorically hostile towards Asians because of COVID. And those people are cavemen. They should be treated like cavemen. They're stupid, they're thoughtless, and there's nothing positive about them. Yeah, there has been a lot of anti-Asian violence in the past 2 years, I guess, with like COVID, for sure. But yeah, I mean, this is what, like, I don't know, like, I was gonna make a tweet about this last year whenever it was like making the news, but it was like, I felt like it was kind of redundant because it's like, of course I disagree with that. Of course I would like, it's just, it's not even a question, like, yeah, it's just, yeah, absolutely not. I believe most Asians want the world to criticize China's government. I think so too. I think that, like, in a way, you're kind of doing them a favor whenever they're living over there, saying something about it. How do you not buy the Chinese product on Amazon and criticize CCP at the same time? It's not going to hurt their pocketbooks. I mean, like, obviously, once things get negative enough, it does make an impact. But you're right to an extent, sure. The wings are cool. I never seen those before. Need to take responsibility of COVID. China does. I mean, I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, it. No, if the wings are new, yeah, it's badass. Diablo's wings, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But yeah, it's like, I do think that, like, on Twitch there is a lot of different forms of, like, racism, and I've even made like a whole video about this, and I'm trying to remember when it happened. When was it? It was a while ago. Racism on Twitter. This is a 25-minute video where I pretty much just talked about the issue as a whole. Racism in Twitch, how to stop it. So I have a lot of thoughts about this. I've thought about it and talked about it a lot. So I've been, what the fuck, you got a video for everything? Well, because I think it's an important issue. So, like, for example, I think that, like, any type of emote that's used racially, Anel, Mingli, or Tryhard, I have all three of those banned on my main channel. Yeah, all three of those are banned on my main channel because these are emotes that are used clearly. These are used clearly to degrade people of a race. And the reason why I don't ban K-Kona, it's very simple, is that anybody who lives in the South knows that being a redneck or being a hick or being a hillbilly is not exclusive to being white. K-Konas are like a subset of white people, whereas Tryhards are all black people in the eyes of Twitch chat. Anel is all Asians in the eyes of Twitch chat. K-Konas are only Americans speaking in a special tone of voice, like a southern drawl, and saying certain things. These are just simply not the same things. And I think Karen is the same thing. People that compare Karen to something like this, there are plenty of black and Hispanic Karens. Okay? Being a Karen is being a, and like it's generally women, but men do this too. It is generally being obnoxious, entitled, rude, and talking down to people in like fast food restaurants or something like that. No, yeah, I mean, you're right. They're mostly middle-aged white women. You're right. I mean, that's definitely. But the difference is that most of the time is a lot different than all of the time. It's a lot different. Karen refers to a behavior, not an... Yeah, Karen is a behavior and not an immutable characteristic. So that, I mean, to me, as I said before, I think that the argument that these are the same things has no logical, like, bearing at all. Like, if you think about it for 5 minutes, you'd realize that it doesn't make any sense. Boss Mitch movement spun out of control. The innumerable Karens. Yeah, I mean, you also have the girl boss, which is the young, overly aggressive girl. But again, it's like it's a behavior primarily, and not just an act, not just a identity. So did simp was a behavior? Yeah, but I personally didn't like people in the way that they used the word, and so I banned it. That's it. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So yeah, I banned, what about, there's another emote of a black person? About, what is this, Kevin Turtle? Well, why would I ban that? People don't use Kevin Turtle whenever I say monkey or something like that. And the people who do, we would just insta-ban them. Like, and you guys have seen in my ban appeals, someone says try hard, and then the mods put a comment, said it whenever Asmon was talking about, you know, like, some bullshit, right? Some, like, racial stereotype that could be interpreted that way. And, like, we've had that happen before. And the truth is that, like, the moment that we got rid of tryhard, 99% of that stuff stopped. And people didn't go and use another emote because the meme was black reference equals tryhard. So you kill the meme and you're going to kill the behavior. And I remember how like all these like kids were like, oh, well, you do this, you're going to have to ban every emote of black people because we're just going to keep doing it. I'm like, no, you're not. I know you're not going to do it. And they were so intent on telling me that this was the case. And I knew for a fact it wasn't true. Because I know how people think. And I was right and they were wrong. And it's completely gone now. In my channel. I'm gonna open whenever you made the Monkey Sounds in Dark Souls. Mods would have gone back in VODs and permaban every tryhard user. That was so long ago, I don't even remember what happened. That's the truth. Oh my, it is him, isn't it? Oh my god. That logic I have to disagree with, man. Don't people link the tryhard emote to more of the gangster glorification that happens in African American culture, which would be a behavioral thing? No, I don't think so. I think that's a stronger link to it for sure. But I think that people refer to like any time. No, I don't think so. I think that like, let's say you have an awards ceremony and a black person comes on the screen. What are people spamming? Yeah. I mean, it come on. Dotacaster used to get people walking up to him and saying Mingli all the time. 2010 was a wild time. Well, yeah, it's just stupid, right? And it's the same thing with Asian people, right? The Mingli thing. And that's why I have Mingli banned too. Because it was like, okay, people always use this emote when an Asian person comes on the screen. That's not inherently bad. I think it is. I do. I'm not a fan of people doing that. I didn't like it whenever people were doing it. And, so yeah. Yeah, is it terrible that they do that? No, it's not terrible. Like, it's like a 4 or 5. Like, probably, it's 3 or 4 on, like, a bad scale. But why even have a 3 or a 4? It's like people did a boobo on a female on stream. Yeah, and this is like something that's happened before, right? Is like with girls on my stream, like with Allcraft, you guys might notice that a lot of times we blacklist Craigasm, and we blacklist other emotes that can be used in that way, because I think those emotes are they could make the girl uncomfortable, and I don't want to have a girl come on my stream and be uncomfortable. Actually, didn't know you do that. Yeah, we do that. We did that with Zeppelin, and we also did it with Annie. So for me, I've been and Hazel. I don't remember what happened with Hazel. I think that we just banned people that were hostile in general. So, like, we don't have it banned all the time, but in that case, we do. And I think also, like, if you're looking at a picture of a girl in cosplay with a low-cut shirt, it's very clear that she's trying to be sexual, and so I'll let people say that kind of stuff because you're soliciting that type of behavior by, you know, presenting yourself that way. But other than that, I don't want to, I don't want to put people in that way. You see what I'm saying? Asking for it, monk ass. That's a big statement. I don't know. I feel like if if a girl's taking pictures of herself for OnlyFans or something like that as a promo, and then there's a picture of it, and somebody sees it, it's very clear that this was done with the intent of being sexual. Like, let's not be disingenuous here. But yeah, anyway, that's what we kind of do. And just in general, the way that I feel about it is, I feel like modern society is trying to normalize porn. It's poison. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, what was I saying before? Fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah, so like if we have a girl come on stream and everything like that, and people are just commenting on the way that she looks in a way that I think would make her uncomfortable, and there are some girls that, like, I know if this girl comes on stream, she's okay with guys making comments like that about her, and sometimes girls like that. And so, like, there is some nuance to this as well. But in general, I'm not going to let that happen. Luigi? Do we have a Luigi? I don't know if we do or not. Some people just want that kind of attention. Yeah, there's people that solicit that and other people that don't. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Yeah, that's the point that I'm making, is that a lot of the stuff is kind of circumstantial. Because they try to normalize this very early, the you asked for it mentality. I mean, you've got to have, like, there's got to be some nuance to it. Like, if a girl's posting pictures of herself as a promo for OnlyFans and guys are telling her she's hot, I think that's fine, man. Like, just stop. Come on. Most women want to feel accepted. They want to feel loved. Okay, this is just some bullshit. I'm not gonna... Some will go as far as to do that. No, it's not... Oh, this is just weird, man. It's just weird. Like, stop being weird. I just want to know what the line is. There's no line. Like, this is the thing that people on the internet always are looking for. They're looking for some sort of hard and fast rule that you have to use in every single social circumstance that's ever existed. That's just not what that's not the way it works. Yeah, it's common sense. And, like, also, like, there are times, and this is what will happen, right? There are absolutely times that people go over the line, and you'll have it in real life, and you'll have it you'll have it online too. It's like you'll say something, it's like, oh, it's too much, or it's not, right? I wouldn't do it now, but I don't blame those that do. Yeah, I mean, I don't. This is a pro OnlyFans stream, okay? In the last like almost 10 years, I have never dated a girl that did not have an OnlyFans. So, I mean, cause you gotta, I mean, you're gonna see what you're getting, right? I mean, there you go. And a lot of the girls that have them are really hot, so it's like, well, I mean, she's hot, I mean, she's gonna make money. One girl total? No. It's more than that. How'd that work out for you? Probably about as well as it would have worked out if she didn't do OnlyFans. Yeah, about that. 2? I think I'd have to really think. It might be 3, but 2 for sure. 2 for sure. It could be 3. Be real. Zach's a millionaire. You think Asmund doesn't get laid? Probably hot dudes too. No, I don't, that's not really what happens. I understand that, you know, it might sound really cool because, like, you know, oh man, dude, that's what's always gonna happen. Like, no, bro, not. Maybe for other guys, I'm sure, but not for me. And anyway, so yeah, any sort of way that people in chat use to like make somebody feel bad or feel stupid, and I try to make sure those things are blocked in my chat, whether it's Ming Lee, whether it's Try Hard, Anel, or anything like that, because I want somebody who comes into my stream to feel comfortable and feel like they have a part in our community. If I date a whore, it doesn't bother me. I don't know really what you want me to say. I don't really think that sending pictures and taking nudes and like making nude videos and stuff like that is a big deal. I don't care about it. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't make me feel any differently. Yeah, I know obviously some guys are uncomfortable about that, and they wouldn't date a girl that has an OnlyFans, and I would say don't. If it's something that makes you uncomfortable, don't date a girl that's like that. It's your own, you should have, like, it's like, for example, like if a guy is like, oh, I don't want to date a girl from OnlyFans that does OnlyFans, I think you should absolutely have the right to say that. There are a lot of people that would make them uncomfortable. I think I'm kind of the minority in this case. But it's just how I feel. Dating thoughts is very risky. Dating any girl is risky. I mean, dating any guy as a girl is risky. To say that dating a girl with OnlyFans is exclusively more risky because she has an OnlyFans? I don't know, man. Like, I've had plenty of friends that have dated crazy girls that didn't have OnlyFans. Would you date a porn actress? I don't know. Like, maybe like doing like actually like having sex would be a bit too much for me, but maybe not. I don't know. Like, I've never really been in a circumstance to have to make that decision, so I never really thought about it. Reminds me of the saying is, it's not your girl, it's just your turn. It's fine, some people are just too possessive. It's just weird to me, man. Do you define taking pictures for OnlyFans as sex work? Well, of course, OnlyFans is sex work. Yeah. Of course. That'd be a modern art? No, it's... yeah, that's clearly, right? It's an immoral practice that people wouldn't want their partner to be on OnlyFans, but they'd be happy to consume content from others on OnlyFans? Yeah, for sure. That's just how people think. That's all there is to it. No different than being a stripper? I mean, I had a friend that dated a stripper. Oh, man. To say that went bad? Okay, let me tell you this. It started like 10 years ago, and it's still going on in the worst ways. Like, it's actually like as bad as you could possibly imagine. Like, it's... think about as bad as it could be. It's worse than that. Like, I mean, we're talking kid involved, jail time, police involved, fucking court cases, the whole 9 yards. Not Cody. So, you know, New World will survive after all the bad publicity. It'll take some time, but I think they could get better. My uncle left his kids and wife for a stripper who he had a threesome with before dating and marrying the stripper. Hey. YOLO. Nah, to me, like, if it sounds bad, right? Because, like, I don't know, it doesn't sound bad, but like some guys, I think younger guys are like, they're like, oh, it's, you know, fucking like lose your behavior or whatever. But like, if I ever had like a girlfriend or I got married and we had kids, I wouldn't care if she got fat. I wouldn't care if she stopped working on her appearance. I would care if she got fat because I wouldn't want her to be unhealthy. But like, I would never leave my wife. I mean, because it's like for the kids, right? I mean, you can't do that. It's not about you. Then you stop having sex, and physical attraction will go away, then you'd be miserable. I mean, number one, you can still have sex with a fat chick. Number two, I can just go back to what I do now every day. You just jerk off and then do that a couple times a day, maybe once a day, and then you just don't think about it for the rest of the day. I mean, the thing is, though, is like, if you're getting married, whenever she's 60 and you're 60, neither one of you guys is going to be that attractive, you know? Like, that's just, it is what it is. And that's it. Soon we have sex robots, yeah. Soul of the Creator is a badass body piece. I'm gonna have to look at. What do you think of muscular girls? Listen. So, I mean, I did say female row are like my favorite race. So, I mean, I think that kind of goes to, you know, goes to say what I think about that. Yeah, I don't really have... There's not like only one type of girl that I like. There's like 20. Only 20? I didn't say all, like, I mean 20 types, right? All of the types. Yeah, minus like maybe 1 or 2. It's about it. They all got big titties, so. I mean, that's a positive. That's definitely that's really high up there on the list. What kind of girl do you like? Yes. Yeah, that's about right. Road titties are the largest? Yeah, they are. I've checked. But yeah, big ass, big titties, like thick, skinny, tall, short. I mean, it doesn't matter what race. I don't care. I do not care at all. I remember my dad said he was jealous of us now because like we can, like back whenever he was a kid, he could only date like white girls. And like now it's, you can just date whoever you want. It's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago he told me that. That was good taste. My dad actually dated a black chick in like the 60s or 70s. I think it was like the 60s. Yeah, it must have been. He said he had to beat the shit out of some people because they were causing trouble. Did your dad get remarried? No, he'd been married twice. And my mom was the second one. I want girls with extra boobs. I'm bored of big titties. I want 3, 4, and 5 titties. Don't get greedy, man. Come on. How many children does your dad have? Just me? Yeah, it's just me. Yep, it's just me as far as I know. And I would say it's probably just me. Do you wish I had siblings? Yeah, I do. I do wish I had a brother and sister. Fit girls is where it's at. I mean, the thing about fit girls is like usually the lifestyle of like a fit, hot, athletic girl doesn't really match with like the Asmongold lifestyle of being me. Yeah, Jeff and Cody. Yeah, I mean, I have the closest thing to brothers I could have. You're right. I love muscle girls. Yeah, I know that, man. You've said that 5 times. Yeah, I know that. We all do. Well, we not only we all love them, and then we also know that you do too. Short, antisocial, big titty emo girls are the go-to. Oh god. I love any woman that will tolerate me. I said in a tweet once that I only date crazy girls because any girl that would date me is crazy. Samir, huge titty, huge blonde booty. Yeah, have her message me, okay? Yeah, just yeah, any of these girls, yeah, just have them DM me. Look up some girl. I'm not gonna look up different girls on chat or whatever. I'm not gonna do any of that bullshit. Not on stream, on your free time. Yeah, okay, thanks. Not fascist? Could you date someone who likes feet or some shit? I've never really understood the fascination with feet. I think it's weird. That's about it. Titties, though, is completely different. Poor Pollen. Listen, Nick is living his best life, okay? It's totally fine. You can do what you want. What about thighs, though? I mean, that's good. That's great. Thick thighs are pog? Yeah, for sure. Coomer chat? Yeah, definitely. About femdom, you dirty boy? Isn't that whenever you give a girl all your money? Huh. I thought that was just dating. I remember, whenever you have, you ever been on like one of these radio stations? It's especially true for like any of the boomer rock radio stations, where it starts off, "Hey fellas," and you know that they're about to sell you erectile dysfunction pills. You know that this is what's going to happen. I've seen it. Something dick related. Mm-hmm. Something dick related. That's about fucking right. Balding cures? Yeah. Listen. There's no balding cures. Hair transplant? That's not really a cure, you just get something else. That's like saying you got your hand cut off and saying that there's a cure for getting your hand cut off. No, there's not. You just get a prosthetic hand, which is not a cure, it's just a solution. Scientists actually discovered a gene that regulates hair loss. It's a few years away. Yeah, I heard that about fucking 20 years ago. Yeah, you know what the fucking you know what the medicine they give you is? Copium. Yeah, you can always being a coomer, it's fucking healthy. It's I think it's fine. It's whatever, as long as it's not too cringy, you know. The decent cure-all lies somewhere in the gas station pills? Yeah. You have to find the one that has a picture of a girl from 1998 Swimsuit Magazine in a bikini, and it says horny goat weed. You buy that, and you're gonna be just fine. Don't know, paladin or warrior. Yeah, I'll level paladin kind of soon, I'm thinking. You wouldn't believe the amount of horny and dick pills? Oh yeah. I'm sure there was plenty of it. How's that beef jerky? That's delicious, man. Is it Shadowbringers yet, or is it still post Stormblood? I'm still in the beginning of Stormblood. How is Jessica in person? Jessica Negru? Oh, I met her before at BlizzCon. She's actually super nice. I like her a lot. Yeah, I think Jessica Negru is great. Jessica's tall as fuck too. The thing is, like, I'm really tall, and so, like, I didn't even realize Molina was tall. I might sound, like, weird, but, like, I didn't even realize it. Because, like, I'm, like 6'3" or so, so... Yeah, I don't even really notice. Why aren't you, like, oh, 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. So I was like 6'8". Oh yeah, I'm not that tall. Whoa, you know my friend that I met, that I told you guys about? He's like 6'9", 6'10", something like that. He a big boy. I mean, Dead Power's like 5'10". I'm not sure. Lol. Yeah, piss pool lol. Yep. Piss pool lol. Just okay. Tall problem. Yeah, Tectone's like, I don't know how tall Tectone is actually. Six two? No, he's gotta be taller than 6'2". Tectone's apparently 6'8". Maybe. You're tall on Tectone? No, I think Tectone's taller than me by like an inch or so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a little bit taller than I am. Is Train really 6'1"? Yeah, Train's 6'1". Tectone's from Texas too? Not sure. Is Nick Fallon 5'6"? Yeah, when he's wearing shoes. $5'11", 5 foot. Listen, bro, if you're 5'11", just tell girls you're 6 foot. Let me tell you something. They're not gonna, like, unless they're 6 foot. Like, if some girl is 5'3", just tell them you're 6 foot. I do, yeah, it's that simple. Doc 6'8" and T1 6'5". True. Go know about that shit to tell you if you tell us you're 6'1", we're gonna assume you're 6 foot. I mean, they do, but It's like the odds are a girl would probably settle with a guy that's 5'11" who's lying and saying he's 6 foot, assuming that she's okay with it, right? Tell him you're 6'2". Yeah, there you go. I'm 6 foot and I gotta lie, I'm 6'2", so everyone's adjusting our heads. Well, it can be annoying in some cases, but for me it's not really that, it's not annoying. I'm not that tall. Use a few inches when you get older from your spine compacting. Yeah, I feel like if I went to a good chiropractor, it might actually make me taller because of how disfigured my spine is. Like, I actually have a hunch in my neck that's like really, really bad. Chiropractors are a scam. Be careful, Zach. You really think I'm gonna let somebody fuck with me, though? You think I'm gonna let somebody do that bullshit on me? Listen, if you go to a chiropractor, I can guarantee you gotta go back. It's not like okay, you go, you get this problem solved, and that's it. No, it's gonna happen again. A back heel left from going to a chiropractor. I just I've never had. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Go to bar and do hangs, decompress your spine 3 minutes a day. Yeah, I do feel like it's an issue with my neck. What's hard? So biceps got bigger. Good work, dude. I do what I can. You know, whenever I was younger, I used to be the most athletic and like one of the like strongest and most fit people that I knew. And it wasn't even close. There was nobody else that I knew that was even close. And then I started playing WoW. And hard to imagine, yeah. Then I started playing WoW. Did you say you could run a 5-minute mile? It was a good time back then, boys. It was a good time. Must have been surrounded by women. I mean, I was like 13, man. That wouldn't have been a good thing. How much you run on the pacer test? So back in the day, for the pacer test, we had everybody in like the gym class. We would do the pacer test at the start of class, and they wouldn't stop doing the pacer test until the last person ran it out. And I would do the pacer test for the entire period. Like the bell would ring and they'd be like, okay, you're done. You're done. And it was me and this other guy that was like a year older than me, and this other guy in my grade, Javier, who I still see him. He works at the, like he was the only guy that could outrun me sometimes, man. He could sometimes fucking outrun me. I was get so pissed off about it. And I still see him every once in a while. He works at an auto shop nearby. And like obviously we still recognize each other and still say hi and everything. It's cool to think of how long ago that was. Oh god, you're that guy? Yep. And everybody else had to just sit there and watch us run back and forth. Watch back and forth. Back and forth. Over and over and over. Penis inspection day? Oh, Wednesday? Yeah. Yeah, that was on Wednesday for us. You ever shit yourself at school? No, I never did. Sometimes people in my high school would shit on the floor though. They would like they would sit down to take a shit and then just move off the toilet and just shit on the floor, man. And they did this and then they wipe their ass and then stick the fucking the toilet paper, stick the shit on the wall, man. That shit was so fucking funny, man. These are grown ass men too. Was it you? Nah, it wasn't me, bro. Not funny. You should go to jail for that. I mean, you're probably right, but that shit is fucking funny. Blizzard Entertainment be like, yeah. True. Doesn't have to wash his hands because he shits on the floor. I'll tell one more story that I gotta go to bed. There's this one time this guy is a teacher and he took this kid's cell phone away and the teacher leaves the room and he locked the cell phone in his desk. And the kid, after the teacher walks out of the room, the kid gets up in front of the whole class. He whips his dick out in front of the whole class and takes a piss all over the teacher's desk. All over the desk. In front of everybody. Mm-hmm. Teacher comes back. He says, Did you just do it? What I think you did. He says something like that, right? Because I heard the story secondhand. And people are like, yeah, it's what happened. He's like, okay. And he just leaves. He tells the, because it's like he's like a history teacher or something like that. Like, he doesn't get paid to deal with this bullshit. So he just calls the fucking vice principal. He's like, yeah, I don't really know how to say this, but a kid pissed all over my desk. And then they dealt with it. And I remember he came down to like our broadcasting teacher's room and they were talking about it. And like they were laughing about it. Both of them thought it was funny. Cause like I think it was just like such a ballsy move. It was so like completely out of pocket that it just caught everybody by surprise. Yeah, of all the things, like, you would have just never expected that to happen. In front of the girls, too? That's weird. I mean, in front of everybody. Nowadays, that kid would be charged with exposure. I mean, I don't know. I have a good feeling that if it was at my high school, I'm pretty sure that if that happened today, the same fucking thing would have happened. And they could have charged him back then. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he probably got suspended for the rest of the semester for sure. But he didn't get his phone back after that? Well, no, of course not. There's piss all over it now. Why the fuck would he want his phone? Registered sex offender pissing in front of a girl. I mean, he's like 14, probably 15 years old, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know the rules on that shit. What, a 14-year-old did that? Yeah. Yeah, he got pissed off. I think it might actually have been 15. But it is one or the other. Alternative education program? Yeah, I never went to any of that. ISS or there was like a special school that they sent all the real idiots to. And I didn't really I was like, I never got sent to ISS or any sort of bullshit. There was a kid in the back of the classrooms in my high school that jerked off. Yeah, kids would jerk off in school sometimes, but it wasn't really that common. Because, like, I remember I was thinking about doing it myself, and then I was thinking, like, what the logistics would be, and I was like, actually, yeah, I can't do this. You gotta do the arm through the hoodie. I mean, like, there's a, like, as I said, I thought about it a lot, but I had a friend that didn't mind doing it during a movie. Yeah, the thing is, like, in my school, if somebody would have jerked off during a movie, he would have bragged about it and told everybody. And then everybody else would be like, oh, bro, that's so cool, man. How'd you do it? How'd you do it to make it to where they didn't know? Yeah, like, nobody would have been, like, offended or weirded out or anything. He did brag about it during the movie. That's weird as fuck, even a reaction. Yeah. I once took a picture of my dick and saved it as a shared picture on the whole school files. 30 days alternative education. Big Mike is how I got the nickname. Yeah, I think that story has about like a 10% chance of being true. But, yeah, like, did you ever get your dick hard before you had to stand up in class? Oh, like, you have to get up in class and you have a boner? I did have that. You just pull your pants. Like, the thing is, I always wear my I'm always sagging. Like, back then, I was always sagging. Like, my pants would be halfway down to my knees. So if that ever happened, you just put your waistband right in front of it, and it's gonna hold. It's gonna make it to where people won't notice. You were thugging? Let me see if I have a picture of me from back then. Give me a second. Open up incognito window. See if I can find a good picture. Damn, I can't find shit on here. Yeah, I don't see any good pictures, unfortunately. Let me see if I can find one more, maybe. Fuck. I might not be able to find anything. Yeah, this is probably not going to happen for now. It's too bad. All right, guys. I gotta sleep. Good night. I'll see y'all later. Peace.